Today on Karamo.
God.
After dealing with this for 35 years,
What is wrong with her?
Andrea is about to confront
Because constantly kept saying that you're not my daughter, you're not my daughter.
the woman who keeps denying she is her mother.
I pushed my baby out. My baby vanished. They brought me back a baby. I said, that ain't my baby.
Raylene refuses to believe this is her child.
How do you think that made me feel? All that time. My daughter. How do you think that made me feel? I'm looking for my daughter as well.
And she's about to make a plea to find her real daughter.
And you know who you are. Please.
But is her daughter sitting right next to her?
Your daughter's right here.
Don't go away. I'm actually going to give this envelope to you. And don't miss one of the most emotionally charged DNA outcomes ever. What does it say?
Imagine being told your entire life that your mother doesn't want you. Well, that's what happened to our guest, Andrea. But the reason isn't because her mother, Raylene, didn't want a child. It's because Raylene believes her real daughter was switched at birth. And Andrea isn't hers. Let's take a look.
1987, October the 7th, I gave birth to a 9-pound, healthy, light-skinned baby. The nurse was so excited how big the baby was. She said, this is 9-pound right here. 3 days later, I was handed a 6-pound, dark-skinned baby. I felt no connection to this baby. I believe my baby was switched at birth. Me and my friend, we was at the same hospital, and I think they gave me her baby. Andrea don't look like me, Andrea look like my friend. She's dark like her dad, she's dark like her mom, and my child's father, he's Puerto Rican, Irish, and African American. And Andrea, she's too dark to be our baby. I had 4 kids afterwards. All my kids are skinny, tall, and light skinned. Andrea don't look like none of my kids. It's impossible that Andrea's my daughter. Deep down in Andrea's heart, Andrea knows that I'm not her mother.
Everyone, we'll talk to Raylene a little later, but first, welcome Andrea to the show. Andrea, I'm so sorry. I know watching that video, I could see your body language and I could see it just bubbling up. Tell me what's going on in your head right now.
It's like, why? You don't know how it feels. Nobody knows. Nobody. What is wrong with her? All my life. I'm sorry, Karamo.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
The times I needed her, I needed. Oh, God, please help me. Help me, Jesus, help me.
Yeah. So this has been going on your entire life where she's been rejecting you.
Yes.
When was the first time you remember your mother rejecting you?
I was 18. I was 18, and when we first met each other, when we first met each other, then she still was like, no.
Yeah. So take us back a little bit. So you said you first met her at 18. Where did you grow up when you were a child?
I grew up with.
Yeah, take your time. It's okay. We understand.
She wasn't my grandmother, but they said, well, I wouldn't say they. I was raised as my grandmother. Mm-hmm. Then as time went on and as I got older, she wasn't my grandmother. Mm-hmm. She was just a lady that was a friend of the family.
That raised you?
Yes.
Yes, okay then. And that's where you lived from birth to 18 years old?
Yes.
Had you had any contact with Raylene at all when growing up?
No.
You knew who she was though?
Yeah, I didn't know what she looked like at that time, but I knew her name and I knew that was my mom. That's all I knew.
What had you been told about Raylene?
I was told that was my mom, and I couldn't see her. I couldn't.
They just said you couldn't see her?
Yeah,
no
they said I couldn't see her because at the time, I guess with me growing up, she had took me when I was little. Like she had ran away with me, and then the lady had got care of me, so I was raised with her in the foster care.
Got it. What was Raylene's reaction to you when you first met her?
It was blank. Like there wasn't no connection. There wasn't no nothing. She gave me a hug, and then it was nothing. It was not what I expected to be. I thought it would be like mother and daughter and everything. So this is enough. Enough is enough. I had enough, and that's the reason why I called the show to come and get some clarity here, some closure.
Yeah. So my producers told me that at one point after 18, you did move in with Raylene.
Yes, I did.
When was that?
I think I was like 22, 23. Yeah, and
what
I
was the
stayed.
circumstances behind that?
It was terrible because every day she was like, "You're not my daughter. My daughter's out there somewhere. That's not my daughter." That's exactly how she was, and I was just trying to be like, okay, well maybe she right. Maybe I'm not her daughter. And then I couldn't take it, so I had left. I only stayed there, I think, about 3 or 4 months, not too long.
Why did she even invite you in if she thought you weren't her
Because I was having a hard time at that time, and then I called, and I wanted to be there. I wanted to have some kind of connection.
Got it. What has Raylene said about your appearance? Because I heard what she said about that on that tape.
Well, I'm too big. I'm too black. Come on now. She had a Mexican and black child because that's what she said that she remembered. But me, I don't look the part.
Do you think you look like Raylene?
I think I do. I'm bigger. That's it. I believe I look like her, my face, everything. But we can't judge like that.
Yeah. Has she made it difficult for you to connect with other family members?
Yes, I feel like she has because nobody really want to get involved or listen to that all the time when you're around. So I don't have connection with my family, my siblings, even though I tried when I was living there. So my brothers, we tried. My sister, we tried, but we're not close at all.
Do any of her other children believe you're her sibling?
I don't know what they really believe.
So do you want a relationship?
No,
with
I don't
Raylene?
want no relationship with her. I just want my results today so everybody can know and she can stop talking about me. And I stay gone away from the state and everything because of staying away from the family and not really having to be talked about. So I don't want no connection. I just want my results, and she could go fly a kite for all I could care.
Do you?
Yes, that part.
Okay, I gotta ask you, and I heard everything you're saying, but do you believe you could have been switched at birth?
Andrea is about to confront the woman who keeps denying she is her mother.
Can I tell my story?
Yes, I
Don't
wanna hear
nobody
it.
know my story but me. My baby vanished. They brought me back a baby. I said, that ain't my baby.
In 1987, October the 7th, I gave birth to a 9-pound, healthy, light-skinned baby. 3 days later, I was handed a 6-pound, dark-skinned baby. I believe my baby was switched at birth. And Andrea, she's too dark to be our baby.
It's like, what is wrong with her? This is enough. I called the show to come and get some closure.
Yeah.
So I don't want no connection. I just want my results, and she could go fly a kite for all I could care.
But do you believe you could have been switched at birth?
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
You were born what year?
1987.
87.
Yes.
I mean, I have it, you know, not saying this is not true, because I don't know, this is why we're here to confirm, but I don't hear a lot of stories at that time of
Me either.
people being switched at birth. This is something you more heard in the early 50s, the 60s, like where, you know, there was mistakes. Now, a lot of that doesn't happen. Well, everyone, it's time to hear the other side of this story. So everyone, please welcome Raylene to the show. Hello, Raylene.
Hi,
How are you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Yes,
too.
thank you. Please take a seat for me.
Okay,
So I want to know, how do you feel about what was just said?
Andrea. Now, you know.
What do I know, Raylene? What do I know?
Okay, hold on. When I met you at the age of 18, When I walked right by you, I asked the lady, where were you at? She said, by the door. You left. You went in the room. You slammed the door. I went back.
That's a lie, because I did not go in no room and slam the door. It was my birthday party. I was not out. I was not in the house. I was nothing. I was outside because we had a jumper out there. And when you pulled up,
So you gonna sit here? So you gonna sit here?
Yes, I am gonna sit here and say that because that's the truth. That's the truth. When you saw me, you did not accept me, and you know it. And I'm tired of you talking about me. That's the reason why I called the show and to say everything that I had to say. You don't know, and something wrong with you. Something is truly wrong with you. How could you sit up here and say something like that?
What makes you believe Andrea is not your daughter?
I seen my baby. I pushed my baby out. My baby was 9 pounds. My baby was light-skinned. You understand what I'm saying?
Why all your other kids
Okay,
not light-skinned?
Hold on.
No, why all your other kids not light-skinned then? Why? Why are they not light-skinned?
I pushed my baby out. My baby was light-skinned when I pushed my baby out. My baby was 9 pounds.
Light-skinned.
They told me, they said, I'm going to wash your baby up. My baby vanished. October the 7th, October the 8th, October the 9th, they brought me back a baby. I said, that ain't my baby. That baby is too dark to be mine.
Oh, now you got a whole different story. Now you got a whole different story.
Let me tell my story. Can I tell my story? Can I tell my story?
Yes, I
Don't
wanna hear
nobody
it.
know my story but me.
Don't go away.
How do you think that made me feel? All that time. My daughter. How do you think that made me feel?
One of the most emotionally charged DNA outcomes ever.
My daughter out here. I'm looking for my daughter as well.
You ain't never tried to check on me. You ain't never tried to check on me. You ain't never nothing.
What makes you believe Andrea is not your daughter?
I seen my baby. I pushed my baby out. My baby was 9 pounds. My baby was light-skinned. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell my story. Can I tell my story?
Yes, I
Don't
wanna hear
nobody
it.
know my story but me. I was discharged with a baby that wasn't mine. I got home. I was told by someone, said, you have the wrong baby. The lady that I was living with at the time, she was my guardian. My guardian said, I know, I'm gonna take care of it. I ended up getting in trouble. She hit me. She told me she wanted me out of her house in 3 weeks. I left with the baby. She came, my brother gave her the address where I was at. She came to where I was living with the police from Pittsburgh. The police came where I was at. The police said, I need to talk to you because a baby is missing. When the police officer came in there, he said, this is not your baby. This baby is too dark to be yours. Get up. They put me in a car. The police said, she said, I'm taking the baby. They said, well, you go ahead and take the baby. We got to see what's going on with this. Right after they took the baby, I ended up searching and searching and searching. I went to the hospital. The hospital, they was like, we trying to help you. You are right. I've been on this for the last 30-something years looking for my daughter, okay? It wasn't no disrespect to this young lady right here, but I knew when I met this young lady out, when I seen her, I showed her the pictures of who her mother and her father. This young lady broke down. She said, I do look like her. I do. And I
started crying because I wanted you to feel good. I broke down because I wanted you to feel good because constantly you kept saying, you're not my daughter, you're not my daughter. How you think that made me feel? How do you think that made me feel? You can't even answer me. How do you think that made me feel? How do you think? How do you think that made me feel? All that time.
My daughter.
How do you think that made me feel, you crazy bitch?
I understand how you feel. I really do.
You don't understand. You ain't never tried to call on me. You ain't never tried to check on me. You ain't never nothing. Even if that wasn't your daughter, you could at least ask me, how are you? Are you okay? Are you okay? Why you couldn't call and ask me? I struggle by myself. I stand alone, and I even came alone by myself because God is with me, and He always been with me. And you just...
I got it. I'm gonna do this, and I never did this before. You take my seat real quick.
Okay.
It's okay. I want
So
to
let
do
me
that.
tell you something.
Yeah, I want her to
So-
sit here for me. It's okay. No, take a take. I want to take a break. It's okay. I got her hair. So tell me, because I want to hear your story. I wanna
Okay.
hear your story.
Yeah, you're gonna hear my story,
Yeah.
honey.
So,
So when she got
whose
taken,
baby do you think you were giving him?
me and the young lady went to school together. We was best of friends at school. We carried our babies together.
Yeah.
And we had our babies around the same time.
Got
Comes
it.
to find out, when I did my research,
Yeah.
because they were thinking I stole a baby, when the police officer said, you better go find her, or I'm gonna lock you up if you stole a baby. So I went on and I started searching for my baby. So the hospital is the ones that gave me all the research on what I need to do. So I got medical documents. The medical documents was not my medical documents because the nurse sat down and went over everything. She went over everything. She stated right here, she said the mix-up is right here. It's because your name is right here, and this right here is not the weight of your baby. Your baby was 9 pounds. This baby is 6 pounds.
So
This
they
baby
gave you
was
that information.
premature. This baby was premature.
So can I ask you a question? Because one of the things that she asked was...
Why I didn't check on her?
Yeah, why
Okay,
did...
let me tell you why.
If she's saying, she just wants you to say, do you understand how this makes her feel?
Yeah, and I do. And let me tell you what happened. So when she was taken, so the
Yeah,
lady,
I
let
do,
me tell you
but
something.
you see
Let me
how
tell
she
something.
answered?
So when
You see how-
let me tell
yeah, I do,
when,
but
when she was taken, the lady that I was living with at the time, she was my guardian. She said she didn't want me at her house no more. The lady got 18 years a restraining order because that's how she wanted it at the time, me being 16. So the officer said, he asked me, he said, do you know what a restraining order is? And then I said, no, not really. But then what he said, if you come out here, you're going to go to jail. I went out there, me, my auntie, I had me and my auntie, and then we went out there. We went out there a couple times. I got caught. He said, if you come back, you're going to do 18 years. You need to go find out what's going on. I said, I am, but I was just coming out here because the lady was really.
So you
Go
had
ahead.
a restraining order for 18
Yes,
years?
yeah.
Did you know about that?
Her mother refuses to believe she's her daughter.
How many years have you been searching
For my
your
daughter in 1987, when they vanished with her.
Her potential brother doesn't believe it either.
She's not crazy. She's been telling the same story for the longest.
Don't go away. I'm actually going to give this envelope to you. And don't miss one of the most emotionally charged DNA outcomes ever.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
No disrespect to this young lady right here, but I knew when I met this young lady, I showed her the pictures of who her mother and her father.
I broke down because I wanted you to feel good because constantly you kept saying, you're not my daughter, you're not my daughter. How you think that made me feel?
So can I ask you a question? Because one of the things that she asked was...
Why I didn't check on her when she was taken. The lady got 18 years a restraining order because that's how she wanted it.
So you had a restraining order for 18
Yes,
years? You
okay.
know about that?
No, I just knew that
And
she
then that's
couldn't
why I
come.
came to the birthday party. The lady invited us to when she turned 18, the lady invited us. So we all went out there, and that's where we met her. But it wasn't like that. It was hurt because
Yeah, I'm
I
coming.
was all out here, and I was finding out more about my daughter because I've been doing research, so I already had knew, and I kept going. That's what the hospital, they was helping me with everything. That's how I found out. So
Okay,
you say,
so because you were 16 at this time.
yes.
And
Yes.
okay, and you were not living with your own parents because you said you had a legal guardian.
That was that. Yeah, she was just a guardian. She
Yeah.
wasn't legal. She was just a
Just a
guardian.
guardian, yeah.
That was
Where were your mother and father?
my mother. She was there.
Your mother was there,
Yeah,
but you stayed with this guardian.
Yeah, it was my mother. Yeah, my mother too.
Got it. And what about your father? Was he around?
Yeah, my father was around too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm confused with why there was a guardian then. If you
Because
were
I
with
went to
father.
stay with my brother in Pittsburgh because my mama wanted me to go to a better school.
Andrea, do you know who your father is?
Yes, I know exactly who my father is.
Okay.
And we did a blood test, and that's my father, which is her best friend's husband. So I think she just ashamed of who I belong to,
So
and that's
this
why
is
she
the
keeps
person
saying.
you said you knew.
Now,
Yeah.
now I don't know her father, but I do know her mother. Thank you.
You know my father.
So-
You know my father.
so-
Y'all
I don't know
talking
her.
on my birthday.
I
What
don't
are you
know her.
talking
I don't know
about?
her father, but I know her mother. And I'm gonna tell you how I know her mother because we had an incident at the school, so we became friends. And when I was introduced,
I don't know what she talking about, Karamo. I don't know what she talking about.
Her, I was introduced to when I was introduced to the young lady. So we ended
That
up
was
becoming
your
friends,
best friend.
But listen,
That was your best
And then when we
friend.
was introduced, she introduced him as her boyfriend. That's how he was stated. Thank you.
Got it.
No,
So
her brother, that was his best friend.
And
And that's
then
how,
God-
when she was living there too,
Nope.
at that time, that's how she was able to deal with him and mess around with him.
All
Now,
right.
sorry that you done messed around with your best friend, but I know who my daddy is, okay?
so
Don't
y'all
go
took-
there with
y'all
me.
took the test?
Don't go there.
Y'all
Yes,
and it went
yes.
well.
The lady that raised me had us take a test.
Okay.
No.
Have you ever tried searching for who you believe is your real daughter?
Yes, we talked. Yes, me and her, we talked. And my private investigator, yes, we
You
have
hired a
talked.
private investigator?
Yes, I sure did.
Okay.
He's working with my case. Okay, so.
So how long is they supposed to be looking for your daughter?
We found her. So
You
now,
found her, so why she ain't here?
Okay,
why
so
she ain't here?
what else?
So they found someone potentially could be your
Okay,
daughter?
so she feels the same way. She's messed up. She's like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
She was like, tell me what's going on. She said, you saying that you my mother? And I said, yes.
How
And
much do you think you spent on this private investigator?
Actually, he haven't gave me the price, but he have the.
Oh man,
Okay.
come on now. You're really making yourself sound real dumb
So-
right
Okay,
now.
anyway,
you
so-
making
Okay,
yourself
what
sound
was
real
So you don't think
dumb.
any of your other kids look like Andrea?
No,
Okay.
No, I don't.
And so how
I don't.
many years have you been searching
for
for
my
your
daughter,
real daughter?
It went from day one, 1987, October the 7th, when they vanished with her.
Okay, your son Melvin is in the audience. I want to
Thank
talk to
you.
him for a moment. Melvin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
How do you feel about what was just said?
It's crazy to see it like really go all the way to this moment right now, but she's not crazy. She's been telling the same story for the longest, you know, and just knowing that like the way that the whole process, when we first met her at 18, it wasn't no connection there. So, but we tried to make a connection, you know, and of course like the lady that was taking care of her and stuff, like her and my mom, they didn't have, I don't know what the lady was wrong. She had her problems and stuff, and she mistreated my mom to a certain extent. So just imagine you go have a baby, you go take that baby home, then the lady take your baby, send you out, you feel me? After you try to get away, she take your baby from you and then kick you out. And now you're sitting here, you go start a whole new life now.
Yeah.
It's a big old gap right there that needed to be filled, you know?
Yeah, I
And
understand.
that's where, as the kids, we don't understand, you know?
Do you think
But-
Andrea is your sister?
Don't go away.
You look at me and my brothers again, we have certain features that we all have.
Raylene is about to make a plea to find her real daughter.
I'm looking for you, and you are my daughter.
And you won't believe what happens.
Took a toll. It took a real big toll on me.
I know who my daddy is, okay?
Have you ever tried searching for who you believe is your real daughter?
Yes, we talked. Yes, me and her, we talked. And my private investigator, yes, we
You
have
hired a
talked.
private investigator?
Yes, I sure did.
Okay.
He's working with my case.
So they found someone potentially could be your
Okay,
daughter?
so
Okay, your son Melvin is in the audience.
She's not crazy. She's been telling the same story for the longest, you know? Just knowing that, like, the way that the whole process, when we first met her at 18, it wasn't no connection there.
Do you think
But-
Andrea is your sister?
No, only because like when we tried to have that connection, she didn't even give. We don't look alike, but that don't got nothing to do with it because it's a lot of people that don't look alike. Like if you look at me and my brothers again, one of us light skinned and one of us, but we have certain features that we all have together. Like you see us, you'll be like, oh, that's his brother
But I
right
look
there.
so much like my daddy. I look so much like
I do
like my
understand
dad.
that, but I'm just saying we don't have the features.
Do you
And then
think
we
part
tried
of
to
do
make
you
a
think part of it
connection.
is also that you've heard this story for all these years?
Nah, but I'm more smarter with my mind. Like,
Yes, no, I'm just asking,
I'm not
you know, no
stupid
disrespect.
to hold nothing in. No, I know you're not disrespecting,
Yeah.
but I'm not stupid to hold nothing in. And when you go out to try to like make the connection, still disregarding whatever was going on with my mom, how I felt, you know,
Yeah.
I still went out to make that connection with
Yeah,
her.
you did.
We
Yes.
reached out, you know, we still tried to figure it out without my mom in the mix. And then once that she came, moved with us, it went bad for me.
It went bad because every day, wasn't she saying that? Every day, be truthful. Wasn't she saying that to me?
She was telling you that, but yeah.
Every
Like,
day,
it
and
straight up, she was telling her, and she's sitting there trying to figure it out too at the same time. But I can understand the pain just sitting there taking it, but you can't like put my mom down when you know that the lady did. You know how this lady was. You live with the lady.
Yes, I'm not putting her down, but I'm just the fact that
So
why?
the same lady that was your guardian was a woman who
That's the one that
raised you?
disconnected them.
Yeah.
I'm still confused of who this lady is.
Okay, let me explain what she is. She used to date my brother's grandfather. So basically, she was just in the family. She wasn't nobody. So that's how. She wasn't nobody.
Was she abusive to you?
That was the first time when she hit me in the back with a stick 3 times. That's when she told me she wanted me out of her house because she said I embarrassed her in front of the world. And when I got pregnant, she said, you embarrassed me and I'm gonna hurt you where you ain't gonna never, ever, ever come back out here. And that's what she did.
The lady told me the reason why, she didn't tell me that she hit her, but she said that she kicked her out because she stole her money.
She told me a while back I was going to be getting out of her house, so I was always working. I put money up because that's how I was.
And the lady told me the reason why she got me because she was trying to have an abortion and it was too far gone and she didn't want me to begin with. So that's how she ended up with me.
Okay, that's what she said.
Yes, and then after when
I got another question for you though. Did you know that your mother was searching for this other daughter or her daughter?
Yeah.
You did know all this time. Did you know that is she paying for a private investigator?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, then.
I don't know how much she's paying, but she has people out there searching.
Okay, Melvin,
for how long?
Did your mother raise you? Was she a good mom to you?
Yeah, definitely.
She was there the entire childhood?
Yes.
Good. Sure. Okay. This is a very complicated story.
Yes, it is.
Listen, before we get to the results, Raylene, the woman you believe to be your real daughter may be watching right now. You told my producers. Is there something you want to say to her?
Yes.
Raylene is about to make a plea to find her real daughter.
And you know who you are. Please.
But is her daughter sitting right next to her?
Your daughter's right here.
Don't go away. I'm actually going to give this envelope to you. And don't miss one of the most emotionally charged DNA outcomes ever.
You are the five. Get off my stage.
Did you know that your mother was searching for this other daughter or her daughter?
Yeah.
Is she paying for a private investigator?
Yeah, she is.
Did your mother raise you? Was she a good mom to you?
Yeah, definitely.
This is a very complicated story. Listen, before we get to the results, Raylene, the woman you believe to be your real daughter may be watching right now. You told my producers. Is there something you want to say to her?
Yes. You know who you are, and I'm looking for you, and you are my daughter. You are. And I've been searching all these years, and it's like, I mean, you know, it took a toll. It took a real big toll on me. I just want to say, I want you just to try to reach out. I mean, or try to call or something. I don't even know what else to say. It's just, I'm looking for you, and you know who you are. I just want my daughter to reach out. I'm looking for you, and you know who you are. Please, please, please.
Don't that seem crazy after you said that you found her already? She know who she is. Like, what? Your daughter's right here. Your daughter's right here, man, and your daughter been here the whole time. And you gonna feel so, I just can't wait till this results and see how you feel and how everybody feel. My family, everybody,
All right.
everyone.
Well, it's time for the DNA outcome.
Please.
And when I'm
Don't
done,
walk away.
I'm
Don't
gone.
walk away. I want you to hear
gone.
this. You've been walking away from my life the whole time. Too long. Too long. Stay right here. Stay right here. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
You can say.
Oh, I thought she was.
No, you're gonna have a seat and you're gonna hear these results.
It's okay. She can say. Okay.
You're walking away too long.
Before we do these results, I need to do something really quickly, because I don't know what the results are, but I need to make sure that I'm here to help both of you process whatever comes out of this. So for you, first of all, I've been taking notes and I'm trying to track. There's a lot of inconsistencies of what happened to you as a young girl. You were 16 years old when you had her. You were living with a guardian. I'm hearing some signs of abuse. I'm hearing some signs of neglect. I'm hearing some signs of abandonment. There must have been other trauma around that time that is going on for you that maybe you haven't explored. You can shake your head yes or no, but I know it's the truth.
Yeah.
I know it's the truth. I know it.
Yes.
Okay.
There was trauma around this. And so sometimes as children, when we have trauma around situations, we sometimes disconnect, because disconnect is easier than dealing and processing the trauma that we were experiencing that we don't understand. And especially when I hear that you then escape to another town, there's a now clear disconnection. So if there's a possibility that this is your daughter, you're going to have to immediately do the work to start to figure out how to deal with whatever trauma you went through. Because at the end of the day, I don't believe that there's going to be a fixed relationship, that if there's a case, but you're going to have to process the trauma, and processing that trauma is going to be equally as hard as doing the work to potentially reconcile this relationship if this is your daughter.
Okay.
Okay? I need you to hear that.
Yes.
For you, if this is not your mother, you're going to have to process the feelings and all the inconsistencies and lies that you've received in your life as well.
Okay, yes.
And I want you to be prepared,
Yes,
because
I am.
sometimes that happens. But secondly, if this is your mother, I need you to know that she's not going to be able to give you what you need until she processes whatever trauma she's gone through. And I want you just to prepare yourself for that, because you'll feel vindication, but there's also going to be a sort of sadness that's going to come with it quickly. That's even going to be
Karamo,
deeper.
I've been sad for 35 years,
know.
and the last time that she talked about me and I heard about it, I said that was it. I had to call your show, because this lady is not going to keep going years after years talking about me like the way that she has been. So I didn't want to give my story to nobody else but to you. That's the reason
appreciate
why
that.
I did
I
it.
appreciate
Yes,
that.
yes.
Thank you for being
And that's the
here.
reason why I did that. So I was mentally, physically, everything prepared for these results, and
That's all
it
I
is
want
what
to
it
make
is.
sure.
Yes,
All I was trying to do,
yes.
that's all I'm doing is making sure that you both have some little bit of preparation for whatever could happen next. Because this is 35 years.
This is my birthday to myself. So yes, yes.
All right, in this envelope is the DNA outcome. This is the truth that you all have been searching for. Raylene, because you are the mother, I'm actually going to give this envelope to you. So this is for you to open. Please read the results out loud to us.
One of the most emotionally charged DNA outcomes ever
What does it say?
will be revealed next.
I'm looking for you, and you are my daughter.
Your daughter's right here.
I don't know what the results are, but I need to make sure that I'm here to help both of you process whatever comes out of this. 35
This
years.
is my birthday to myself. So yes, yes.
All right, in this envelope is the DNA outcome. This is the truth that you all have been searching for. Raylene, so this is for you to open. Please read the results out loud to us. What does it say?
It's like Andrea, 15 years, biological daughter. But the DNA, the medical records and stuff.
So, can I see?
I'm
what
your
does it say?
daughter.
Hold on.
I'm your daughter.
So this is your biological daughter. This is your biological daughter. This is your biological daughter. Okay. Okay, like I said, I need you to understand, this is where you have to process, because there is trauma that went on in your life. And this girl has been searching and has been dealing with the effects of your trauma. This is your daughter. This is your daughter.
Oh my God.
For real.
You come down here too. This is your sister. This is your sister. This is your sister. This is your sister. Your mother experienced a lot of trauma as a kid, and this is it.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I know you're in shock.
Oh my God.
You're in shock. You're in shock. You're in
Yeah,
shock. You're in shock.
oh
You're in
my
shock.
God.
You're in shock. You're in shock. You're in shock.
Oh, that is crazy. Come here.
I know it
No.
seems. I know it seems. What you're witnessing right now is her processing trauma,
No,
and
this
it's
is
turning into
crazy.
shock. And I know for us as an outside audience, it's like, how are you switching up like this? What's going on? I'm explaining to you what happens mentally when somebody experiences trauma as a child and then has been telling themselves a story because they had to disassociate from the trauma and now is receiving the truth.
And
And then, this is your child.
and if you say you, cause I'm, oh my God.
This is your child. This is your child. This is your child.
Yes, yes.
We've been going through this forever. That's it.
This is your child.
Oh my God.
This is your child. This is your child.
Oh my God. Sorry, come here. Oh my God.
I know.
No.
If I offer,
Rape me. And I was in a relationship and raped me. And I was in a relationship
that makes sense.
and he raped me.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
I know you.
I went through so much. Oh my God. It's been years. Oh God. Let me tell you something.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
I think so.
Yeah, me too.
Why not?
Me too.
Okay. Okay. You got your answers. Your mother just shared with me quickly.
You did.
Your mother just shared with me the trauma. It started to come out of what happened.
Oh my God.
Of what happened. She needs to share that with you backstage. She just shared the trauma of what happened.
Oh my God,
This is not for you to fix. You continue to protect yourself. Okay? But you're on a journey now. Okay. You're on a journey now. You're on a journey now. You're on a
Oh my
journey.
God. Oh my God.
I know. Listen, we got a lot. I'm gonna walk y'all backstage. Friends, we got answers, and I'm glad that you could be here. I'm glad I could be here to support y'all in this moment. There's a lot of work that has to happen after this. So, I just want to tell y'all really quickly, this show, I don't know if some of y'all could hear what she said. So, the man that at 16 raped her, she went into shock. That's why, and as the shock started coming out, she started processing it. It was like wailing and like, oh my gosh, because whatever trauma she went through, poor baby at 16, she ran from. And looking at this little girl was a reminder of the trauma, and so that's why she tried to reject her entire life, because she didn't want to face the trauma, so she couldn't face this little girl. And it breaks my heart because so many families, instead of facing the trauma, it's easy for them just to push people away and say, let's move away from the trauma, let's do this, and the trauma will find you. So, Lord, I wish them the best of luck, honestly. I wish them the best of luck, yeah. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make sure they get tons of aftercare. That's like the beauty of this show. So I think it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. It's gonna work out.
I feel good, I feel happy, I feel relieved that this is all over with. I still feel sadness and hurt and confusion because I know, like, even if we try to stay strong, I have been gone for so long, so many years, just to stay away from drama and all of it. So it's gonna be hard to try to get close to the family again, but I'll do my best.
We always had a feeling like, you know, it was there, but we never had that connection. So much just got took from there. So it wasn't even easy to have a relationship. And then especially after that time, then you come back and now I'm like,
Yeah.
look at like, you feel me? So it definitely was taken away from her. I feel like this ain't got nothing to do with me. I mean, this is hers, you know, like, cause she went through hell with me, and my mom went through hell with this situation. So I'm happy for them that they got their answer.
Yes. If she wants to go further and still contact me and have a connection or try to have a connection with me, I'm all for it. If she want to still be left alone like the way it is, that's fine too, because it's been so many years. I would love to just put that in the past, let it be, and move on from now. Thank you, Karamo. You do an amazing job, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah.
Same for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you fixed the story for us.
Yes.
Now we could put it together, and whatever comes out of this, keep your show up. Keep doing a good job, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.